guys, welcome back to Ed's Exotics, back today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about possibly my weirdest animal, in fact definitely my weirdest animal, my trio of velvet worms. That's Peripiatus noselandii. Probably said that wrong, but it's a very weird Latin name to go with a very weird insect, or invertebrate as I should say. So, as I said, I have three of these, and these are the variant from New Zealand.
I keep mine on just sphagnum moss that has been drained and hydrated with some better, cleaner water than what they'd normally come in, that's been treated with quite a few chemicals to make it safe for them. Because velvet worms, being from where they are in the world, they have virtually no other interaction with humans or any other kinds of waste that we produce. So they are extremely sensitive to chemicals and hate anything.
So here are my three velvet worms. I've got this brown one that you can see on the left, and then two of the darker colour varieties on the right and in the middle. So these guys, I'm fairly confident that at least one of them is female, so hopefully they will breed later this year or sometime in the not too distant future. And they are just really strange creatures. So these guys have been around for, I think it's about 500 million years. So that's pre-lived the dinosaurs and pretty much any other animal that has been around. Get a better view on a couple of these guys. As you can see, they are very small. That's next to my finger. There we go. So these guys like to be kept between 4 and 12 degrees Celsius, so quite cold for an insect. It's due to where they live in the wild. They live in cloud forests in New Zealand, so under logs at that kind of altitude, temperature normally fluctuates between freezing and about 20 degrees. So they do like the colder climates. So I'll try and get the other ones on the view for you. Take him back there a minute. There's another one just in here. There you can see his little face there. Just try and write him. So I'm not going to pick these guys up because, as I said a minute ago, they are extremely sensitive to any kind of interaction. So they do not really benefit from being out for too long either. See, look, even with the lights on now, he's trying to get away back into the darkness.
This is where I keep the velvet worms, just in these the tub on the right, and then on the left is the maggots which feed them. They're not going to get out because obviously they can't climb smooth surfaces because of the way their feet are built. They're not used to it, and they're also not very strong, so they can't push the lid off the top of the container. So a lot of people tend to buy a separate fridge or a wine cooler. I don't really see the point because they're not going to affect anything. Mine, as you can see here, are just in a small beer fridge, so they're not going to get out, so you've not really got anything to worry about.
There's a better view of one of them without all of the moss around. Let's spin around for you. So you can see, if you look closely, the colours on them are actually quite nice. Like kind of a copper orange colour mixed with a dark purple to black. And if any of you keep millipedes as well, you'll notice that their legs move a lot like millipedes do. In perfect pattern if you just watch it move down. So what's interesting about these guys is they look fairly harmless, but if you're a little bug, they are exactly the opposite. So on the front end, underneath those two antennae there, they have two adapted legs which look a bit smaller than the ones that they used to walk on, and they actually spray a slimy liquid which is used to catch their prey, which I feed them maggots because they cope better with colder temperatures, so they'll last a bit longer in the tank if they don't have time to catch them. And unlike with crickets, you put them in there and they would die off fairly quickly due to the temperatures. So you can see him properly moving about a bit now, which is nice. Oh, he's coming a bit close. So yeah, there's my velvet worms. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comments. What animal would you like to see next? Also put that down there. And I will see you guys in the next video.